Hey everyone, this is Elizabeth Rocha. I wanted to create this training here for anyone who is struggling with how to start off your challenger right, and also how to get the most out of using the new My Challenge Tracker app. I know that's something new that just came out this summer, this year in 2016. So there has been some, pros and cons to the app, and I want to make sure that I share with you guys, some tips how I've been able to successfully stay connected and engaged, and at the same time help my customers, my challengers, my coaches get results at the end of 21 days, 30 days, and so forth, because of the support that I have found, to apply into the My Challenge app tracker. And just to, backtrack a little bit, I know many of us, love using Facebook groups, and this isn't something to, supplant Facebook groups. This is the My Challenge app tracker can be something that you can use to supplement what you're doing already on Facebook. There are, like I said, many pros to using the app. One, they can check in their workouts, and they can check in their Shakeology. This gives you the opportunity to go through each of your challengers and see how many Shakeologies are they logging in, how many workouts have they logged in through the week, and also who, there's a lot of challengers who would rather use this app versus using Facebook groups. And there's a lot of people out there who actually don't have Facebook. And when I encountered challengers who wanted to join me and didn't have Facebook, it was a little bit more work on me when we had to text or email, just because you can't get across, again, the same way that you can get across the information when you're on Facebook in a private group, because you can go live in there now. But in the past, you can make your YouTube videos and upload those into the Facebook group. Well, I have found a way, I feel, and a flow and a system that has worked for me pretty well, I would say now, for the last couple of months. And again, it takes time and it takes practice, a lot of patience, and also not giving up or letting the frustrations of learning something new to get the best of you. I really do feel that what I have here can help some of you. Maybe one or two things you can apply into what you're doing. Maybe you are already doing this, and you can share with the rest of the team, how that's going for you. Because the most important thing for me is to make sure that we share something that is working in our business, that is going to help someone else, help you, better your business, save you time, save you from losing your mind trying to figure out all of this on your own. And especially for all our new coaches, having a training that they can jump into and watch and follow makes it a lot easier than trying to get them just to learn it all at once. But again, if you are a coach, most likely you have been a part of a challenge group. Now, I'm not sure if that's the case for you, but for all of my coaches, 100% of my coaches have been in my challenge group. So when they're in the group, whether it's on the My Challenge Tracker app or in my Women's Accountability group or in a private Facebook group, they see the flow that goes on in there. I post daily, I post nightly, I post weekly, I post Zoom calls, I post, a lot of information and tips. And that way they can, it's like they're job shadowing me when they do decide that they want to start coaching themselves. So, and when they do show that interest and I invite them to coach, I do say, how right now you're in a group. Well, this is a way for you to now kind of keep an eye out on what I'm doing, so you see the flow, where I get recipes, where I get the blogs and stuff like that. So let me get back to, the whole purpose of this video, of this training. Again, this training here is to help anyone who wants to make sure that they're getting a challenger, a customer started right, and also how to utilize the My Challenge app tracker to be successful and help your customers get results, at the same time provide the best support that you can with this new app. So I will share my screen so that I can show you a few things that I do to get this started. Now, the first step here that I do is when I have someone sign on with me, start their journey, the first thing that I do within 24 hours, I send them a welcome email, and it's pretty much, getting started right with your journey with Fuego Fit Nation. That is what I call my email. And it may say 21-day fixed resources, getting started right, whatever you want to call your welcome email to your challenger. You want to keep the same flow, so that way you know exactly what you're going to do with every single customer that you bring in. Now, if you change up the email, that's totally up to you, because it's your system. You make it work, but this is what I do first. The first step is I send my new challenger a welcome email, and in the email I include like to watch a video, so it's a welcome video. And I also include some information about the Beachbody On Demand, about the 25% discount if they got the coach enrollment. Also, I include information about the club membership. I also put in there that we are going to have a coach call, an orientation, a small coach call to review their program, like to have a box party, right? Opening box party, and I heard that on a national wake-up call. So we're gonna have this time where we're gonna sit together, we're gonna go over the nutrition, over the program. I'm gonna make sure that I ask them, what kind of coach do they need me to be? Now, I either get on the phone with them, or if they're local, then I set up an appointment to meet with them. Now that I have my own office in town, I will be able to do more of that, and I will do more of that because I want them to see the Fit Club, the location of the current Fit Club that I'm hosting, so that they feel comfortable coming once a week versus just checking in to the virtual class, which I call, our virtual class online, and they can also meet once a week to stay motivated. So again, step one, send them the welcome email, and you can find this in the Business in a Box, and I'll show you guys where that's at. Add them to the My Challenge app tracker. You want to make sure that you also include a video like the Challenger tutorial, so they see how to use the My Challenge app tracker. There is a coach tutorial, how you use the portal. Remember, you can only schedule posts and do all that if you are in the My Challenge tracker portal. And you can schedule posts, you can do a lot of great stuff now, and I will go into detail about that too. So step one, send them the welcome email. Step two, make sure that you schedule a coach call with them to go over their program, their nutrition, all that good stuff, so that when they get their box, you already set up a time. Now, if it changes, it may change because sometimes delivery dates change, but at least they know that as soon as they get their box, that you're going to schedule a time to talk to them, because you have to be just as excited as you were to get them on this journey. You have to be even more excited to mentor them, to guide them through the nutrition, through the workouts, through the support group, through all of that. That is so important. And then what you also want to do is if you have an accountability group on Facebook, add them to that group as well. I've had a women's accountability group for about 2 years now, and I love that because in that accountability group, I have my past customers, my current customers, and any customer or potential customer who's been a part of my free groups that's not working with any coach or anyone else, and I add them to this accountability group. In the accountability group, I can go live, I can share my recipes, I put tips, I put motivation, I put some, just keep them engaged. That's pretty much what I do in the women's group, and that right there helps others see that I'm consistent, that my support isn't, just once in a while. It's, 3-4 times a week I'll share in there. Sometimes I'll just do twice a week. The women's accountability group is not a priority, but I do spend some time in there, and that's part of my business hours. I want to make sure that I am making connections with the people who've already shown interest in my past group. So again, if you have a Facebook accountability group, there's no need to not include your new challengers in there. At least for me, I do that so they still have that support in that Facebook group, because a lot of challengers do have Facebook, and that's how we connected. Or if they have an Instagram, I know that if they have a Facebook, then this is where I'll bring them closer to home, because for me, my social media that I love to use is Facebook, my like page and my personal page. And then step 4. So on step 4, this is where you are going to make sure that you add your challengers to the My Challenge app tracker. You send them the invitation, and I'll show you where I do those little steps there. You want to stay engaged with your challengers in the app, even more so because it's not as interactive as a Facebook group. And many of you who are running groups in a My Challenge app tracker know that. If you are a part of the app, you know as well that it's different than the Facebook groups, but you can still make this work. And I feel, like I said, that I found a flow for my groups. I'm always learning those. So I'm always making sure that I add something new to the following group, so that if there's a challenger that continues on, then I add them and they get something fresh and they're not getting bored of the group. Again, I love to keep my challengers in my groups for at least 3 months. Now, if they decide to continue with Shakeology and a new program, then they get added again to the app. But they're always in my women's accountability group. So if they decide that they can no longer do Shakeology, or for some reason they've fallen off the wagon, they still have my support in that women's accountability group, but I just don't add them to the app if they're not committed to anything at that time. But they still get to see, all the other stuff, which in turn motivates them to get back on track a couple months later. And that's what we do. We're not here to, pull anyone or drag anyone into this. It's to inspire and share our story, so when they're ready to start up again, or they're ready to go, then they can connect with us, or we re-invite them. And so again, in the My Challenge app tracker, just like we do on Facebook, this is what I do in my apps. I post the daily morning post, okay? And I'm gonna go ahead and share the screen so I can show you the challenge group guides that I use. So this is my Fall Into Fitness challenge. And as you can see here, I have my post scheduled. I have a post scheduled, throughout the day, throughout the week. Now, what I love about this app is that now you have a post library. And what this library is, and if you haven't seen it, you have to go to your Coach Online office and check this out. Or log into the app, create a generic group, and go look at this. What you can do is, now you can, have your posts that you posted in other groups in the past, and you can copy and schedule any of the posts that you've made from the other groups and post into a new group. Now, I have been wanting this forever because I've run simultaneous groups, and last month, a couple months in the past, and it was a lot of work to post in every group. This here saves us so much time. So when I saw this, and it says new when you go back and look at it, it's just an amazing tool to have. So you can go back and post in your library, go to your post library, and schedule to post in another group based on what you've already posted in the past in a different group. Now, what I do, just like we did on Facebook groups, you can use Hootsuite to schedule your post. So again, if you're not comfortable using the app yet, this is an opportunity for you to get comfortable with it and see if this works for you. You can schedule posts in this app. You have to be logged into the portal though. And you can schedule posts all the way through. Now, when you schedule posts, that doesn't mean that you no longer stay engaged. That just means that if you're waking up at 5 in the morning, you don't want to get up at 5 in the morning and think of what to post in the group. I mean, if something comes up, I understand. But on Sundays and Wednesdays, I like to make time, what I call marketing time, and schedule out my Hootsuite posts, what I got going for the week, what do I want to post, what I want to focus on, what supplement and stuff like that. So here, you're able to schedule those posts. You can schedule morning posts, which is what I do. I also schedule posts like at 11 and 3 p.m. That's like, it's done. 11 a.m., 3 p.m. I do Shakeology tips, fitness tips, motivation tips, meal prep tips. I rotate. So I have a list: fitness, motivation, health tips, meal prep tips, nutrition tips, 21-day fix, portion control tips, a lot of different tips to help people who, challengers in this group, stay excited about their journey. When you're learning something new, that keeps you motivated, because then you can apply it into your journey. And at the same time, it gets them thinking about what they should be doing to help them get results. So, and I also post the nightly wrap-ups. And this is something that I believe many coaches do. And I love the wrap-up. Do the challengers always do a wrap-up? Not all the time. Sometimes I get 10 to do the wrap-up. Sometimes I get 3. Sometimes I get 1. But that right there helps me see who, what they're going through. Are they struggling with nutrition? The wrap-up, they have to share their Shakeology, their nutrition, their workout, and something good that's happening in their lives. Doesn't have to be health and fitness related, because that helps me see where they're at, where their mindset's at, where's their attitude at, and just check in with them, say, hey, hope everything's okay. I saw that, you're having a bad day. If there's anything I can do to help you, is it regarding your workouts, your nutrition? And they'll share, because, they've connected with you. They joined you on this journey. You're their coach. And so if you stay connected with them in that way, they will do this journey, because they not only believe in the process, but they believe in you. They believe in what you're sharing with them. They believe that you believe in them, and that your sole purpose here is to help them get results. So again, the wrap-up is awesome. I love that. In the nighttime, I also schedule those, because sometimes I'm away from my phone. Most of the time, that's when we're putting the kids to sleep, or we're, making some dinners for the following day, or meal prep. So that scheduling these posts in the app as well helps us focus on things that are going to help us grow as coaches. So again, I highly recommend that you try out this app. Again, this is just my group here. And I also use Zoom. Now, a lot of the comparisons or cons that people have with Facebook groups and the app is that you cannot go live in the app, in this app here, right? You can't go live. And you know what, to be honest with you, what you can do is you can go to, so I'm going to go to, this is the Zoom, right? This is the Zoom. And I'm going to go to where you can go and host a video, just like I'm doing here. You can go and you can host, you can record yourself like what I'm doing here. And then what I do after I record it, once I end the meeting, the recording, it's going to save the video in my document. So you do have to do this on your computer. And I'm okay with that. I schedule these times, and I post a Zoom video in my Friday nightly wrap-ups. So in my Friday, so week 1, Friday, I post a video along with the night wrap-up. On the week 2, on the Friday, the same thing. And week 3, I do another Zoom. And what do these Zooms consist of? These recorded videos. It's anything you, like if they're doing a nightly wrap-up, or you're seeing some of your challengers encounter the same issues, well, this is an opportunity for you to give them feedback face to face. They get to see your emotions. They get to see you talking to them. They get to see that you really, truly are taking time out of your day to do this for them. Now, if you're working full time, maybe a Friday doesn't work for you, but maybe a Saturday or a Sunday, you get up early. And remember, to make this business work, you have to work after hours. You do. That's what I do a lot of times still, because I have a family. So the great thing about it is that you get to choose when you want to do these Zoom calls. And the reason why I do the Zoom calls is so that my challengers see me. They see my facial expression, so that The same reason we do these live videos on Facebook, this is the same reason I do these Zooms. And it takes me 10 minutes or 5 minutes to record it. And then this is what I do next. So I'll get a link, it'll save the video on my document. And then what I'll do is I will click upload, and I will upload the link. So say here, so if you see here, here is the file. I will pull this here. I will pull the recording from the Zoom and upload it. Okay, I'm not gonna upload it because I already uploaded it. And once it uploads, if I go here, I go to my channel, right? And I'm gonna grab the link. So this is the link here. Okay, so this is, I'll go to share, I'll grab the link at the bottom here. And then what I'll do is I'll go back to this post here. Now, yesterday was a Friday wrap up. Let me go ahead and go back to my group feed so I can show you where I included. I'm gonna go to Coach Post. This is what I love too, that I can just go to the post that I've made, because when there's, like even on Facebook, we would scroll to try to find the post that we made. And here is, let's see, here was yesterday's wrap up. And here I have watch week 1 video here. And so what I did was I grabbed the link from here. Remember, I first had to upload the Zoom link from my documents. Okay, I had to upload it from my doc. I did, title it, and then I dragged it up to the upload. And then it uploads it. You can edit it, you can add music, you can change the background or like the shading. And then you grab the link, you go to the My Challenge Tracker app, and you put the link in there. And again, to be honest, I do these the Friday of. That way I wait until, all of the week goes by and there's a video. Now, if I don't have time to make a video to give them this video on a Friday, no one's gonna say anything if you do this video on a Saturday or Sunday. But again, this is just a tip that I have for you, so that if you want to add this to be more engaged and get more engagement from your challengers, this is what I do. I add a video that I recorded myself doing to give them feedback. Some of the things I do when I record videos, and I wrote this down, it's either a motivation video, like they're going so strong, and I just want to let them know how great they're doing, and I want them to see how proud I am of them. Why? Because this is a virtual class. If I don't post something in my Women's Accountability group and I just want to focus on these challengers who are doing Shakeology and doing a workout program, then I just want to give them that motivation. So I do motivation, I do feedback on nutrition, the workouts, supplements, if, just based on what their needs are. It gives me interaction. And also if I always give, so this is it for the Zoom. Before I move on to the next thing that I do with the app, I provide them this online video, just like I'm sharing here. So it's just been a great way to add more interaction to the group. And like I said, I post in here myself, I stay engaged, I upload my workouts, I upload my Shakeology. As you can see, there's my sweaty pictures. I make sure that as their coach, if I don't show up to class, why would my challengers come to class? If the trainer's not there or the coach isn't there, then there's no class to show up to. At least that's how I see it. So I have to make sure that I get my workouts in. I've always been one to do my workouts early, at least this, after my couple first programs, my morning workouts have been the best thing for me to get up, get them done, and this way it leaves more time for my business. It was also helpful when I was working full time. I could come home, not worry about my workout, and actually work on my business at nighttime and not worry that I still had to work out. It was so much easier for me to work out first thing in the morning, go to work, come home, attend to my family, and then after hours, 2 or 3 hours, work on my business. Because I love this. And here, my challenge groups have always been my bread and butter. And like I said, 100% of my coaches have been my challengers and are still, many of them are still current challengers in my group, because like we always say, we are a results-driven business. We have to help our team achieve results. And if our challenger or coach is doing a new program, we still have to treat them like it's their first time. So you always have to be there to provide that support. I don't think anyone should ever be alone on this journey, especially if you decided to bring them on. It is our role as a coach to be there for them, not just to collect a check. We have to be engaged with them, show them that we care, that they live healthy, fulfilling lives, and we do that through the support. That's what the whole purpose is of Team Beachbody. We have the fitness. Beachbody always had the fitness. They always had the nutrition, but they didn't have the support, the coaches. And so now this is what coaching is all about. If we're going to be coaches, we have to really live up to that name and be there. And this here, the app, they gave us a new tool to use. And I love it. I love it because it's something new and it keeps us learning, you know? And so I really like it. Like I said, I still have the Facebook accountability group, but this year I've enjoyed it. Again, everything has its pros and cons, so that's what I do here. Now, another thing that I still add, which I've always added to the groups, is have my challengers read a book. I always have them do the Slight Edge. It's a free book on audio on YouTube. They can listen to it, you know, on the way to work. I'll put motivation tips using the quotes from the book. You know, I'll ask them about the book. And the way that I keep them, you know, in line, I would say in check about reading the book, is I will use so if you go to participants, you can go to, you know, I'm just going to select myself. So select myself. I can send a message to them, right? I can send a message to my people. And in this message, I can say, hey, you know, don't forget to read your 10-15 minutes every night, or listen to your 10-15 minutes of your book, The Slight Edge. I love to hear what you think about the book. And so if you send them a message, they get it to their email. And this again helps you stay connected to them. I send my challengers a weekly message. I go through, through the logins. If they haven't logged in to Shakeology, this is a great opportunity for me to ask them, hey, you know, is everything going okay? If they're not logging in their workouts, I ask them also, hey, what's going on? Is everything okay? But in general, it's a way for me to share new information with them that I don't want to, you know, post on the newsfeed. I'd rather send it to them through an email. In the email, you know, sometimes I'll give them updates on new supplements. If I don't send it through the Coach Online office, I use the message board here that I have so that it goes straight to the email. And most of the time I get some great feedback from the challengers, and a lot of them love the email. They love that contact there. So it's been a really great tool for me to use as well. So again, the message board, it gives them updates. You can give them updates on different things that you're coming across. It helps you connect with them, check in on them. If you don't want to use Facebook, because we get distracted. We're on Facebook Messenger, and I know myself, you see all these notifications, you see all these things, and you get distracted. So if you use the app, you don't have to have Facebook open. You can just message them, and there are no distractions when you're sending a message through the app, because you're just sending it directly to them. And you can send, you know, one to all of them at once, or you can just select a couple and then direct it to the ones who maybe are doing really, really good. And then the ones who are not doing so well, this is a great time for you to use that. I mean, there's so many things that you can do with it. Again, these are just the tips that I have for you guys on how to start your challengers right. There is the module, Business in a Box module. And this module here is module 3. So we have the resources, we have the training. The important thing is that you take action on these tips, on these trainings, to help you learn the steps, and then you make them your own. I've taken all of this training and applied it and have changed it and tweaked it many, many times to make it work and fit for my business, for my hours, for my brand, you know, because it's who I am. Now, you may not like making Zoom videos. My recommendation is, or what I have found is that they work really well because it keeps you connected like if you were on Facebook groups. So again, the app isn't to replace Facebook if you have your accountability group, but it does help, you know, to stay engaged with your customers. And when you are engaged with your customers, let me go ahead and stop the sharing here. When you are engaged with your customers and you are in the know of their struggles, of their challenges, and you keep, you know, I wouldn't say a tab, because you ask them, what kind of coach do you need me to be? And when you ask that question, they're giving you permission to either check in with them weekly, maybe just once every other day, however they need you to be there for them. Trust me, none of them say, I need you to check in with me every day. Like, that's not. Everyone is busy. This is why we do this online. But when you ask that question, what kind of coach do you need me to be with you? You are asking them for permission to be the coach that they need. And we have to do that. Even when it's, you know, you're working with a new coach or a new challenger. That right there opens up the line of communication. It allows you to come in, you know, on their terms, not on yours. And remember, we are here for our challengers. We are a results-driven business. We have to instill belief and help our customers, our coaches, achieve results, whether it's in the fitness, nutrition, you know, motivation, personal development, whatever it is. We as coaches and mentors are here to provide that support, and we have the tools, we have the training, and I wanted to share with you guys what has worked for me, and I hope that you guys are able to take a few things from this training and apply them to your business. And I would love to hear feedback. You know, it's always great to get that feedback, because I too, every single day, am learning how to make this work for me and for my business, and how to help more people along the way. So again, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, you know, post in the team page. And again, good luck. This is an amazing opportunity to help people, to change people's lives, and just to inspire and make change in this world. So guard it with your heart. Guard this opportunity with your heart. You are changing lives. That is a huge responsibility. And if you take the time every single day to learn something new, I guarantee that you will find your flow, you will find your system, and you will be successful. You just can't give up. You got to keep going. You got to keep reaching out for help, and know that this is going to work for you. Again, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.